What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my betting breakdown for UFC Fight Island 8, and on this card, I have 5 bets. Also going to be talking about some leans, best bet for each fight, as always. I'm not going to get into too much breakdown. This is strictly going to be betting and betting only. Before we get started, if you can leave a like on this video, always helps out a ton. Subscribe if you have not yet, trying to reach that 10K goal, hopefully in the near future. And it's always a great time to sign up on the Patreon. Just recently got over 300 members on there. So thank you so much for all of that. All the support really does help out a ton. If you are interested in signing up, it's $10 a month for the betting option, which seems to be the most popular option there. There you get all my bets, early access to my bets. You get my model with all the stats for all the fighters. You get my betting breakdown videos, my betting article, and access to Discord, and then a Patreon-only live stream, which will be sometime tonight because the fights are very, very early in the morning. So with that all out of the way, we're going to get into it here, talk about the 5 bets I have, and also some leans for each fight as well. So first fight of the night, we have Manir versus Victorio Leonardo. So interestingly enough, this opened up with Fioro at plus 115. I really wish I got that line. I was kind of late on it, but I do have a bet on Fioro. I got her at minus 167. I have 2 units on that. First play of the night, first fight of the night as well. I liked it better at like around the minus 167 range. I think she's sitting at minus 200. That could be slightly a little bit too wide, but I still think she wins. Maybe she's a fine parlay piece, but I do have a bet on her at minus 167. I don't hate that line whatsoever. I think on the feet, it's really not even close. I guess the only thing I'm concerned about is Leonardo taking her down and controlling her, but I have seen a good get-up game from Fioro, and she does offer something decent off her back, and I think she's going to be the much bigger fighter as well. If you guys watched the weigh-ins, Fioro looked a lot bigger than Leonardo. I really like to see that, so I think she probably even finishes her. I think Fioro by KO plus 240, Fioro inside the distance plus 195. I don't think that's bad, but ultimately I do have her at minus 167. Next, we have Umar Nurmagomedov versus Sergey Morozov. And, I think Nurmagomedov's going to win here. I mean, he's sitting at minus 500. I really don't think I'd parlay that personally. Seems really wide. I don't think Morozov is a scrub by any means. I actually really like the guy. So I think Nurmagomedov's going to take him down, control him for a decent amount of time, probably win a close decision. But I think if there's value on anything, it's probably on the Morozov side, but don't really feel like, taking that shot there. I do think that Nurmagomedov's going to get it done in a probably close decision. Next, we have Mike Davis versus Mason Jones. So a lot of money's coming in on Mason Jones here. Mike Davis is opened at minus 230, is now sitting at minus 150. I'm going to slightly lean here with Mike Davis. I think they're both fantastic fighters. This is going to be my pick for fight of the night. I'm not going to bet a side here, but I'm just going to sit back and watch because I'm really interested to see this fight. At first, I was looking at the fight. Doesn't go to decision. It's now at minus 110. Probably going to pass there. Both guys are both very durable there. Mike Davis has never been knocked out. He was submitted by Gilbert Burns. No shame in that. And obviously Mason Jones has never been finished. He's undefeated. But this is going to be a really good fight. Like I said, my pick for fight of the night, but no bets on this one. This is another really tough fight to call. It's going to be Francisco Figueiredo, the brother of Davis and Figueiredo, going against Jerome Rivera. There's just really limited tape on the Francisco Figueiredo side. I think I was able to watch like one fight, and in that fight was not all that impressed. And it was his very last fight as well. I'm going with Rivera here. I'm just not going to bet it. Not all that impressed with Vera in his own right. So very low level fight here in my opinion. I'm going to slightly lead with Rivera. What I was looking at was the fight doesn't go to decision at plus 120. I don't think that's awful. Figueiredo has Rivera has 0 knockouts on his record. We'll take a look at the finish stats right here. Rivera also has a 70% finish rate by submission. I don't know if he's going to submit Figueiredo there. And Figueiredo does have a 91% finish rate, 27 by knockout, 64% by submission. So slightly lean Rivera to get a decision there. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish Figueiredo, but no confidence in that whatsoever. Next, we have Dolce Gaboula, Dolce champion versus Marcus Perez, and Dolce opened up minus 350, which is a little bit insane, but he's now currently sitting at minus 135, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty tempted here. It's just, how does Marcus Perez win this fight? I don't see him taking down Dolce. I think that Dolce is going to be the better striker, the more powerful striker, I can't talk, and Perez did get knocked out his last fight, but other than that, he has shown a good chin. The pick's Dolce. I have not bet it yet, but if the line keeps creeping down, I might take a shot on Dolce, so look out for that. Follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers. That might be a potential play if that line keeps coming down, but right now I'm going to pass. Next, we have Sumidargi versus Zaruk Adeshev. At the weigh-ins, Sumidargi looked so much bigger than Zaruk here. He looked like he was a whole weight class above him. He's going to have a massive size advantage, massive reach advantage. I think he has like a 7-inch reach advantage. And this fight's primarily going to take place on the feet. I think he's going to be the better striker here, although Adeshev does have a kickboxing background, but still not impressed with the guy compared to Sumidargi. I think Sumidargi's the real deal here. I think he probably gets a finish. Sumidargi, as a parlay piece, I don't hate it. Minus 430, don't hate it as a parlay piece. Don't have it personally, but I don't hate that. Sumidargi inside the distance, minus 170, or even Sumidargi by KO, minus 145. I don't hate that whatsoever. Other than that, probably going to pass here, but Sumidargi should get it done. Ricky Simone versus Gartino. Pirello. Ricky Simone is sitting at minus 450 right now, and I do have Simone in a parlay, and in that parlay, I got him at minus 315. So the minus 450 could be a little bit wide, but he really should win this fight. I mean, it's such a great stylistic matchup. Someone that averages over 6 takedowns for 50 minutes going against somebody that has a really questionable takedown defense, a really questionable game plan, a really questionable ground game. And I just think Simone's going to take him down, maybe even submit him. Simone does have a couple submissions on his record, and Pirello has been submitted 3 times. But ultimately, I do like Simone as a parlay piece. Maybe not at minus 450, but I think he should win here. Simone by submission plus 290. I think the under or the fight doesn't go to decisions, not a bad look, because if Pirello does win, it's going to be by knockout. He has finished 93% of his wins, and Ricky Simone is a little bit on the chinny side. And if Ricky Simone wins, it's probably by decision, maybe a submission. So I don't think the under is a bad look there. All right, next we have Tom Breeze versus Amari Akhmadov. This opened up actually really close. Tom Breeze minus 110. He's now minus 160. I'm going to slightly lean with Tom Breeze. Definitely not betting the minus 160 there. I think, if anything, the value is probably on Akhmadov. I think it's going to be a really close fight. I think it's going to be like a 50-50 fight here. I can see, Akhmadov taking Breeze down. I do have concerns about the gas tank of Akhmadov and him slowing down if he does choose to use a wrestling-heavy game plan, which he probably does. But on the feet, Breeze is going to have a major advantage here, and that's why I'm picking him to win a close decision. But not too much confidence in that. Aaron Murphy versus Douglas Andrade here, and Murphy is minus 290. I do think he wins. I think it plays out a little bit closer than the line indicates, but he's going to have a massive size advantage, a massive reach advantage in a fight where they're primarily going to be striking. I think that's going to play dividends here, and I really like what I see from Murphy, going to be the younger guy here. Douglas Andrade, I think, is like 35 years old. I'm going to slightly take Aaron Murphy. I think he's an okay parlay piece. Wouldn't parlay it myself personally, but he should win there. Next, we have Tyson Nam versus Matt Schnell, and I got this line as soon as it opened up. I have a Tyson Nam to win by knockout plus 175, 1 unit on that. And it's because that's his only path to victory. I don't see him going out here out-voluming a guy like Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell is definitely going to bring more volume. I don't see Tyson Nam obviously submitting Matt Schnell. I think if Tyson Nam wins, it's got to be by KO, and he's sitting at minus 125 currently. So instead of that minus 125, I'm going to take a shot on that on that plus 175 knockout prop there. And Schnell is really chinny. He's been knocked out 3 times. I believe all 3 in the UFC. He does engage in these brawls, and that just seems like a recipe for disaster and someone that can hit as hard as Tyson Nam. So really like that knockout prop on Nam. Even Nam straight if you'd like. If you're on the Schnell side, maybe Schnell by decision plus 210 is not a bad look. And Schnell's more than capable of winning this fight, but he's got to get knocked out, and I think that's easier said than done here. All right, next we have Vivian Rougeo, and we have going against Roxanne Modafferi. Rougeo is minus 305, and Modafferi is plus 275. Yeah, I'm really confident in Rougeo here. I think a lot of people are going to be taking the Modafferi dog money, and I guess I can see why. She has been winning as a big underdog. Her last fight, she beat Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee does have like a 45% takedown defense. She did beat Macy Barber as a big underdog in a fight that Macy Barber got hurt, and she did beat Antonina Shevchenko, someone that has no ground game whatsoever. Vivian Rougeo, I don't think people know this, but they're going to probably find out tomorrow. She is a black belt in BJJ. She has extremely good takedown defense. She's very, very strong. I don't really see a path to victory for Roxanne. Even if she takes Rougeo down, I don't see what she's going to do. Rougeo is really good off her back, and she has a really good takedown defense as well. I think it's sitting at like 92%, something like that. And I think even Rougeo, if she wants to, she could take down Modafferi that has like a 45% takedown defense, controller on top. I think she has the better ground game. But yeah, Modafferi's path to victory is just so limited. I mean, take Rougeo down and lay on her a little bit. I don't really see that happening. I don't see her taking her down. I think Rougeo is going to outpoint her for 50 minutes pretty comfortably. Rougeo does slow down, but I'm not overly concerned. I don't think Roxanne's going to pull off 2 rounds there. So I don't mind her as a parlay piece. Like in a Hail Mary parlay, probably throw her in there. But not a parlay I have personally. Ike Villanueva versus Vinces Moreira. And I do have a play on this. I have the under 1.5 rounds. And yeah, this is something that should end really early. I think it's going to go one of 2 ways. Villanueva is going to come out here and stuff multiple takedowns because Morea is really relentless with those takedowns, and he's going to knock him out. Because if Morea does not get those takedowns, he's very chinny, and he has no chin, and he's been knocked out like 3 times in a row. I mean, I do think he's going to get knocked out here by Villanueva. And if Villanueva does get taken down, he's probably going to get submitted. He's been submitted 5 times, and Morea actually has a really good ground game. So, yeah, one of 2 ways. Don't know which is going to happen. I'd rather just bet the under 1.5 here. I think both, outcomes are very, very likely to here and probably happen here and probably in the round 1 as well. So, give me Ike Villanueva to win the fight, but I really do like the under 1.5. All right, next we have Manir Lazez versus Worley Alves, and this is my parlay. I have Manir Lazez parlayed with Ricky Simone at -102, and I have 2 units on that. And I also have the under 2.5 rounds in this fight as well. And I'll kind of tell you why. If Alves wins, it's going to be in the first couple minutes. He's somebody that if he does not get that finish in those first couple minutes, he's going to tire out. And Lazez is someone that's going to have a massive cardio advantage. He's going to have a massive advantage on the feet. And I have seen Lazez taken down on the regional scene quite a bit, put in some bad spots. He was able to work his way out of those spots. He's never been submitted. But Alves is going to be live. He's going to be live in those first couple minutes. But if he's able to survive those first couple minutes, I do see Lazez taking over, probably getting a finish himself. So that's why I do have him in a parlay with Ricky Simone, and I do have the under 2.5 as well, because I can either see Alves getting an early finish in the first couple minutes, which I don't think is all that likely, but it definitely is likely, or Lazez getting a finish late in the first round, sometime in the second. So give me Manir Lazez there. Next, we have Neil Magney versus Michael Chiesa. I'm not going to bet this one personally. I do think the value's on Michael Chiesa here. I've been kind of going back and forth on this fight as the week goes on, but I just see Chiesa taking down Magney, controlling him. Magney has struggled in the past with wrestler grapplers, and Chiesa lands a decent amount of takedowns for 50 minutes, really good takedown accuracy. Ever since he's moved up a weight class, his cardio's been looking a lot better as well, and Magney has a 59% takedown defense. I think Chiesa's going to win the first couple rounds pretty comfortably. What I do have concerns about is that gas tank of Chiesa using that wrestling heavy and grappling heavy game plan. Maybe he even finds a sub, but I could see him slowing down, Magney taking over, but at that point I think it's going to be too late. Magney's not a finisher. Magney actually has the worst finish rate on the whole slate, worse than Roxanne Modafferi, so that just gives you a little point there. And Michael Chiesa has never been knocked out. I don't know if Magney's going to submit Chiesa either, so yeah, give me a Chiesa there by submission is plus 320. That's not bad. Or just Chiesa to win by decision plus 420. That's not bad as well. So give me Chiesa there. No bet on it, but that is a pretty strong lean. I'm just going to decide to pass on that. So my 5 bets I have is Manin Fioro -167, 2 units on that. A parlay with Manir Lazez parlayed with Ricky Simone -102, 2 units on that. Nam wins by TKO, KO, plus 175, 1 unit on that. The Vinces Morea and Ike Villanueva under 1.5 rounds, -112, 1.25 units on that. And then the Worley Alves, Manir Lazez under 2.5 rounds, -120. I have 1.2 units on that. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers. I'll be getting my bets out very soon. So check that out. And I might be adding maybe 1 or 2 bets, something like that. There's a couple spots I'm looking at. I don't know if I'll pull the trigger, but check it out just in case. And look out for my other content for UFC 257. I'm hopefully dropping the breakdown, hopefully Thursday morning at the earliest, Thursday evening at the very latest. I'm trying to get it out. I've got most of my tape study done, but I have a little bit more to go. And then, as always, the live stream will be on Friday for the 257, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and the betting breakdown will be out sometime around there as well. So that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, if it helped you out in any way, please leave a like, subscribe if you have not yet, and yep, see you guys soon, and good luck.